The United States exports goods and services to other countries and also imports goods and services from other countries. In 2012, the United States exported $2.2 trillion. In other words, this is all money that came into the United States. And out of this $2.2 trillion in 2012, services accounted for 29% of U.S. exports. That's the highest among the exports. What are services? Well, services can be transportation, insurance, banking, education, consulting, tourism. Now, the U.S. imports or buys from foreigners. That's money that leaves the United States. In 2012, up to $2.7 trillion. And if you notice, it was 17% of GDP. Here, exports were 14% of GDP. In other words, in 2012, we imported more than we exported. At this point, I would like you to be aware of the video by Milton Friedman that covers this subject. It is a relatively old video, but it is very important. From the U.S. imports, industrial supply is the highest one, with 27% of U.S. imports. The following graph will tell us more detail. U.S. exports, U.S. imports. First, notice that the U.S. exports services, 29%, but it also imports services. The United States exports consumer goods, but the United States also imports consumer goods. In fact, if you notice 22%, 11%, as a percent of GDP, we import twice as much. Industrial supplies, if you notice, we import 27%. Industrial supplies, we export 23%. Capital goods, 24% exports, 20% imports. Automobiles, we sell to foreigners 7% of our GDP, but we purchase 11% of our GDP from foreigners. What are the top 10 destinations for our exports? Canada, Mexico, China, Japan, United Kingdom, etc. What are the top 10 sources of merchandise imports? China, Canada, Mexico, Japan, Germany. Notice, if you were to choose the top 2 countries with whom the United States trades, those should be Canada and Mexico, because they are number 1 and 2 in exports, and they are number 2 and 3 in imports.